Hello world, Lantinian here with a long overdue video on how my various Terraforming Mars projects have come together to create a unique gaming experience. So what you see is a recent two-player game I played with a friend. That was his place, I was over there. And I wanted to show you how it looks like with all the pieces together and explain the various components of this setup. And it's something I've been working for a while. This is something I had since 2020. I wanted to make sure that Fricks Games had all their products, various mats out before I show all this. So let's start. This board is an idea to be able to play all the various expansions and all the various maps of Terraforming Mars easily in as little space as possible and still be able to fit everything into the base game box. Now this is critical. So how we are achieving this? So the board is made out of 6 pieces. Each one is the same size as the original board. So the original board is a 4-piece board. This one is a 6-piece board. And in the middle, you have a removable map. So here is a piece. And so whenever you want to play a different version of the board, you basically just install a different version of Mars. But everything else remains static. Obviously, you have control over the tiles. These ones are from the recent promo Prelude 2 expansion. This was the original plan to have a fixed setup, but I'll be using the ones from the official expansion. And so yeah, this was board number 6 out of 8 in total. I haven't made the other ones yet, but yeah. Let me know if you want to see them. And so yeah, we install the whatever map we have of Mars in the middle. We have the oxygen track and the Venus track and the temperature track, all very close spaced together, as well as the ocean. So all your 4 parameters basically end up in the same area. So it's really easy to see what you need to focus on. Obviously the Venus track is not required to finish, but anyway. You have Venus here, of course, with place for 2 cities. You have all the space cities in one area. Here, I've created a place to install these special trays. These are from an earlier version of the game. And so I planned to make them a little bit smaller and to install these parts as a single part over here for the oceans. Anyway, that's not something to worry about it now, but yeah, there was actually a plan to fit everything into the board, including the colonies, including the cards for the events. Of course, you have the Terraforming Mars committee and these special tiles. Okay, so what else is here? As you can see, this board is actually with recessed parts. So for all the colonies, there's recessed parts, all the cities, some of the places here are recessed. Actually, this is not something I'm going to keep in the next version. It's really difficult to make it like that, but yeah, it was a cool idea. Even here where you install your project cards, this is how they are stored in the box. And so you just take them out, you place them here, and you're ready to play. This concept of taking stuff out of the box and putting into the table to play is something I really like. This is, for example, the box for the cards. And so all you have to do is just flip this door, and that's how you store the box. You flip it out, you flip it under the box, and there you have your tray. You take out cards from the bottom, you take them or not, and then you just discard them from the top. And this is extremely space and gameplay efficient. Okay, let's have a look at that tray. There are 3 in total. There is a ramp here. Of course, there is a ramp here. There is a ramp here. These tiles are really easy to pick up. you have your space to put your finger in. Okay, here's how I store the extra trays for the different colors right on top. So this is a full tray. Okay. Obviously there is a extra tray since there are 3 trays and there are 5 players in total. I plan to have this planned for a 6 player, but instead I just bought extra tokens. So in 2 or 1 player games, you typically run out of color tokens. So this way we can cover that aspect of the game as well. Okay, obviously we have the colonies. I've printed in total 24 colonies. So we have the original ones, which are with a black background, and the fan-made ones, some of which I've designed or modified. They are in yellow. So I fit in total in this tray 24 colonies. You have your ships that go on the edges, so really space efficient. Here is a tray for extra overlays for the colonies. Now this is something that will probably be discarded in the next version. It's cool, but I really need the space to be able to fit in all the player of the various milestones and awards, which currently sit in a extra box here. But yeah, that's part of the next upgrade. Here we have how the corporations are stored. I usually take them out from the front, put them in the back, make sure that the next game is with the fresh ones until I rotate them all. Similar for the preludes. Okay, let's go around the table and see what I did during the game maybe. So maybe a little bit more about this board. I should probably grab a blank one. It will be easier to go over. Okay, so on the back, each board, there are 5 in total. I call these Ultimate Player board. There are 5 in total. Each one has a separate background based on whatever expansion it is. So this is one from Turmoil. You can see the cutouts on the back for all the cards. Obviously, on the left-hand side, we have the various resource locations. You can see the silicone stuff I've put over the top to mark the areas where you can place your markers. Okay, so this setup allows you to have 1 token here, here, and here. So 40, 60, 70, 79 production, even more, but you know, probably 70 is a good enough number. For the other ones, usually you can do about 30 or so. So I've never run over these limits. You have the green spaces for the green cards and the blue spaces for the blue cards. At the bottom of the blue cards, you have locations to put your tokens to activate cards during game. And so at the bottom here, you have like a generation tracker. So you flip the token, increase generation, draw cards, choose them, take actions, and then the various steps of production. To remind you, here you have different tokens if you want to mark something or indicate something. I barely use that, but it's cool for reference. And yeah, so here you have a space for the tray. Let's have a look at one board that's actually fully completed. Okay, I've moved these around a little bit, but it's okay. They're easy to get back in order. It's a very space efficient format. The biggest advantage of something like this is you can really reach everything easily and see everything. And yeah, 2 people can absolutely enjoy all the expansions in a small area. And it's easy to add more people. Okay. So yeah, one other aspect is, as you can see here, this is the original board. So I've inserted 1 extra board below it just because I ran out of space for cards, and now I have more space for cards using 2 boards. So this is another thing you can do. By the way, everything here is potentially for sale. I can always make new ones for myself, and I'm always testing new setups. So if you're interested in any of this, whether it's this prototype board with one map or a set of copies of the Ultimate Player sheets, just put a comment below and I'll do my best to assist you. And so yeah, that's how I play Terraforming Mars for quite a while now, and I hope I can inspire with some ideas how everyone can improve their own game. And thank you for watching. Again, feel free to leave a comment with if you have any questions, and I'll be more than happy to help as soon as I can.